This is the prophet Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 2. It says, behold, the power, Isaiah 28 and verse 2, it says, behold, the power of Yahweh has a mighty and a strong one, which is a tempest of hail and a destroying storm, as a fluence of mighty waters overflowing shall cast down the earth with their hand. Shalom, first and foremost, I'd give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Ba'akadash, and the Heavenly Father. The true name is Yahweh, and the Son begot the Son, Ba'ashem, in the name of Hamashiach, Habashah. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the last recollection tongue. I say Barakathon to the elders and apostles, Akwath, and I say Shalom, and I'm going to play this news clip, because you had some heavy floodings over there in the northeast region, over there, the areas over there in New Jersey and New York, New Jersey and New York City. I believe certain parts over there in New Jersey and New York, I believe they declared a state of emergency because there was heavy floodings over there. Took place for the past couple of days. Some plays a video clip. Some of read this again. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 2. It says, behold, the power of Yahweh has a mighty and a strong one, which is a tempest of hail and a destroying storm, as a floods of mighty waters, overflowing shall cast out the earth with their hand. Right, so we see the Heavenly Father visiting this earth with these increasing floodings, especially throughout America. And we see that around the world, of course, as well, too. As we've been seeing heavy flooding has been increasing once again for the second time down there in Texas. I believe it's Central Texas. Because, as of July the 4th, you have down there Fairville, Texas, which is Central Texas, outside of 60 miles from San Antonio, I believe. You've been having those heavy floodings down there. And then a couple of weeks later, you're having more floodings down there in Central Texas. So these are examples, increasing examples that we've been seeing throughout the years. The flooding has been increasing here in America. So we definitely seeing the Heavenly Father, which is the true creator of the heavens and the earth, is visiting this earth with these floodings. So I'm read that again for edification's sake. This is the prophet Isaiah chapter 28, verse 2. Behold, the power of Yahweh has a mighty and a strong one, which is a tempest of hail and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters, overflowing shall cast out the earth with their hand.
Corridor between D.C. and New York. Parts of the subway system in New York were flooded.
New Jersey's governor declaring a state of emergency as roads across the region were underwater. Janae Norman starts us off on the scene in North Plainfield, New Jersey, where there are dozens of water rescues overnight. Janae, good morning to you. What are we seeing behind you?
Oh, Michael, not only water rescues in this area, but a home behind me that exploded overnight. You can still see the fire crews out here in just the last few minutes. They were spraying water on the house to make sure that there are no more concerns. But I was talking to neighbors who live there and live in this area who say that they are used to flooding, that this area is prone to flooding. When we have that heavy rainfall that we saw last night, that they were already told to evacuate the area, to get out to safety before all of this happens. Overnight, more than 50 million Americans across the East Coast hit with torrential downpours and flash floods. In New York City, subway riders watching in fear. Their trains stopped as massive amounts of rainwater poured onto the tracks. Riders stuck on the train, doors eventually opening as water cascaded across the platform at the station. The deluge gushing onto the platform. Lightning striking One World Trade Center. Drivers forced to pull over and wait out the storm.
I pulled over because you really couldn't see.
New Jersey now under a state of emergency. Cars abandoned after stalling out in floodwaters in Plainfield. First responders helping drivers out of their cars.
Route 22 for a water rescue. Be advised we are in storm mode at this time.
At least 30 people rescued by boats after their homes began to flood.
people forced to wade through the rising floodwaters. In Pennsylvania, parts of US 30 impassable, blocking traffic in both directions. The intense storm wreaking havoc both on the ground and in the air. Thousands of flights canceled or delayed, creating a travel nightmare for passengers like Savannah Spirov.
We flew into Newark expecting a 2.5-hour layover, and ultimately that turned into a close to 30-hour delay.
So a woman 2 houses down told me that the water last night rose into her living room. The man who lives in this home behind me that exploded overnight, he says that they got the alerts around 5 p.m. to evacuate. He said that he and his family were down the road, saw when the home exploded. He was in absolute disbelief, but relieved that he, his 3 family members, and their golden retriever got out safely and are okay. George.
Thank goodness for that. Okay, Janae, thanks very much. Let's go to Molengi in Washington, D.C. How's the travel going?
Well, George, major ripple effects being felt nationwide due to these storms. Nearly 1,500 flights have been impacted so far, and counting so far this morning, including flights in and out of Washington Reagan International Airport here just outside our nation's capital in Washington. Just this morning, there have been more than 500 cancellations and nearly 900 delays nationwide. So travelers across the country being impacted. Newark International Airport in New Jersey, LaGuardia in Queens, New York, and again, Reagan National Airport here just outside of Washington. Those are the most impacted airports so far this morning. And of course, this comes after a day of major disruptions just yesterday, where nearly 2,000 flights were canceled and more than 10,000 flights were delayed, Robin.
Such a travel mess, as you know, Mola. Thank you. We're going to bring in
Illinois home